Hi everyone, it's Maureen from Massachusetts. I'm here in my beautiful bottle area. Isn't it gorgeous, folks? Who wouldn't love this? This is my Hoog, I don't know how to say it, place. Hooga, Hoog. I don't know how to say that word. But anyway, this is it. I'm having fun today. I'm working hard. I'm doing another little area over in the back over here. I'll show you so that I can plant some other things. I still have the pizza oven covered, but so I can plant other things, um like elephant ear plants that I just bought and stuff, dahlias. I'm gonna try a garden over here for more of a shade garden, because once that tree gets blooming it doesn't get as much sun, but there are some plants that will thrive good, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. And so I've been really pretty, and I've been burning incense. It smells so wonderful, some kind of lavender today, beautiful. And just Eddie was out here with me, but he's in the house right now, and I'm just loving it. I chanced getting all my pillows out and dressing up the place today, and I never know when it's gonna rain, and then I gotta put it all back in. It's a workout, but God knows I need it, so I don't mind walking back and forth with the pillows and getting them out here. Just so much, so pretty, and I just love it. It smells so nice, and things are getting green, and I gotta give this bird bath another coat of paint this year, and those are things I'll be doing. And I got my little ladybug. Hello everyone, it's Maureen from Massachusetts. Been a little while, and I thought I would come to you today with some crafting and some conversation, little updates of different things going on in my life. I hope you're all doing well. It's cold and rainy here in New England today, and I understand it's going to continue for a couple of days, but we did have some nice weather a few days ago, and I was able to get outside and sit in my bottle area she shed. I'm just loving that. I got it all dressed up with all the bedding and pillows and that from the barn, and washed everything up, and now I'm getting ready to, raking and cleaning up the yard, and we got a lot of work that way. My winter sowing jugs and the seeds are doing quite well. I'm liking that process. Things are sprouting, and it's fun. It's really fun to watch. I encourage anyone who's questioning that method. This is my first year, so I'm still learning, but I would welcome the idea of getting on there on YouTube with Cheryl Mann. She's the one of the head people that can tell you a lot about it, and get you joined into the group. And it's a fun group, and I've learned a lot. And I have a t-shirt coming that says tops off and jugs out. I can't wait to get that. So anyway, there's that. And let's see, what day was it? Tuesday. Past Tuesday, I went to Boston with my daughter and my granddaughter. She's 8 years old, and we took her to the Boston Aquarium for the first time. And we had so much fun, and it was a good day to be in Boston. It wasn't rainy. You needed a jacket, but a light jacket would suffice, and a little windy here and there, but we just had a ball. And then we, short distance from there, we went to the Legal Seafood restaurant. Oh my, if you like seafood, it's a great restaurant. Pricey, because you're in Boston, but we didn't mind. We had a good dinner there, and just fun memories. The whole day was just so nice. So that happened. That went down on Tuesday, and my husband and I are fully vaccinated. We got our second shot on April 7th. Yeah. And I was expecting that maybe we'd be flat on our backs the next day, I hear people say, but no, nothing. The only thing I didn't even, well, I did have a little bit of a sore arm with this one too, but other than that, easy peasy, no problems. And we couldn't be happier that we're fully vaccinated, you know? So there's that going on. I did talk to you in one of my other recent videos about the fact that I'm a children's book author, and I have been since 2014. And I have a couple of books on the market, but the ones I'm more emphasizing are my more recent books. And so my most recent, and I will be talking about this every so often in my videos to hopefully get the word out about me and my books. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take a moment to just talk about that. I found this cute little hashtag. I thought it'd be cute when I do book signings on the table, because the name of my book, children's book, young readers, middle grade, I would say, is hashtag Leaves Cordyville. It's a humorous, fun tale of hashtag keys of Cordyville. Cordyville being your keyboard, the pad on your keyboard, and the actual hashtag key within the typical computer keyboard known as QWERTY, along with his family and friends, also characters within the typical keyboard, and how they help him to reach his dream of becoming famous in Hollywood. It's trendy, it's unique, quirky, fun, humorous, a nice little story to be told. There's some emotions and feelings, things to be learned, some knowledge. I talk about the trending Alexa and our cell phones, and so it's very trendy right now, and a fun read. Your kids will be talking about it at the dinner table, I'm sure. I use the keyboard as my main source, and I built all those little characters in for instance, percent is his best friend, is hashtag's best friend, percent. There's an old soul, the mayor, and he's the delete key. And so, you got to get up the book to read the story to find out, pretty much what I'm talking about. I don't want to give it all away, but I can tell you, folks, 24 pages of text and beautiful illustrations. There's about 4 or 5 within the book. Look how beautifully illustrated. And I could actually see this as a cartoony type movie or cartoon for America, Cartoon Day in America. I talk about that. But it's beautifully illustrated. They did a great job. And I just, for $9.99, worth it all day long, folks. And the e-reader version, I believe, is $3.99. And again, well worth it. If your kids are looking for something new to read, you've got a 11-year-old good reader, 10, 11-year-old good readers, and they're bored with what's showing up on the library shelves, think about this book. It's available on Amazon. It's processed through Rushmore Press, this company I went with. So it would make my day to have you consider this, and even think about if you're a book reviewer. I welcome reviews. I got through Rushmore, I got some great response when we initially started the book, because quite frankly I wasn't really thinking about doing any more books for a while, and learning the whole book marketing process. It can be a difficult challenge. And so with that, I was going to kind of hold off, but I was encouraged via Rushmore by the feedback that I did get when I submitted my manuscript. So with that, I moved forward, and let's hope that what they tell me I can believe to be true. And with your help and support and guidance as an author, maybe we can make that come to fruition. That would be fun. So again, think about this. Think about it's on Goodreads. I am a member of the Society of Children's Book Authors and Illustrators, Writers and Illustrators. I am marketing it fast and furious on all those platforms. I'm twitting and tweeting. I am on Instagram under Bonner Be With Me. That is my channel there. I have this YouTube channel, Creative Time with Maureen Sky. I am also a creator of mosaic broken china dishes that are encased in silver solder, and I do a pretty good job with that. I've gotten many recent 5-star reviews, and I've done a lot of custom orders of grandma's old jewelry, so think about that. You'll find me on Etsy under Bling Sky Mosaics, and so I'm on LinkedIn. All those platforms, you will find me. So look me up and drop me a line. Email skybookstuff88@gmail.com. That's all lowercase. Again, sky, S-K-Y, book, B-O-O-K, stuff, S-T-U-F-F, 88@gmail.com. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Excuse me, my sinuses. And of course, quickly, for just a second, this is another one that came out in 2018, recent, and that's a lovely children's book for the small child, toddler, but good bedtime read, very colorful, in English and Spanish, and not many words to read, more of a colorful, illustrated picture book, and it's doing well and getting some strong recognition. So that's another one. And I just had this one through a different company, Westwood Books, where they've lowered the price. It's on Amazon. It's priced better. Again, another little trendy, with the bank, the pacifier. You see them everywhere. Why not write about it, right? So Kennedy and her bank. Think about this one. You won't be disappointed. This would make a great gift for a pregnant mother. And again, Maureen Sky, illustrated by Maricela Obanda Moya. She is my dear friend and a beautiful illustrator. And it has also gotten top reviews from U.S. and Pacific, folks.
The mail came out, go get it.
Okay. And so with that, I will just, move on to the next part of my video, which is Creative Time with Maureen Sky. And I want to do a little sewing today. I have an apron, 2 aprons I'm making. One is for me, and one is for a dear friend that I've got to get going and get it sent off to her. So we'll be working first off on the apron that I want to give to my friend. And so I have my iron set up behind me. And just want to have a little sip. I've got my coffee, and I'll talk with you just a bit more, and then we'll think about doing a little sewing, okay? Talking about the winter sewing jugs for a moment, too. It's raining here quite a bit, and I left my jugs out, and they needed the moisture, so I let the rain fall upon them. But then I thought, well, I'm hearing that we're going to get like a slushy mix of stuff tonight and colder. So I did cover them with an old tablecloth that has a little bit of the coating for warmth underneath, so it'll give them some warmth. And then the jug, that's on most of the jugs that have not sprouted yet. Now the jugs that sprouted, I put them under cover in what we call our bug house, which it's like a lattice work enclosed deck with a roof. I put them in there. In doing that, my husband was helping me, and I had a beautiful big jug of carrots, rainbow carrots, and they were coming up so cute, and I was so proud of them. And it fell to the floor and spilled out. Ooh. And I didn't want to be mad at him. He's such a dear, and he's trying to help me. And so I said, no problem. And I picked it all back up and saw some of the little seedlings and tucked them back down in and pray that they make it. I would love to get some rainbow carrots. You know, all these things I don't have luck with when I put regular seeds out in the garden, you know. So anyway, there was that. But something I was going to mention too. I don't know. But anyway, in my pattern, there's not that many pieces, and I think it'll go quickly. But it says to use fusible interfacing, and even though I probably have some around here, I'm sure I do, but I wasn't one to find it readily. So I'm using regular interfacing that I have to sew in place, but it's only on a couple pieces, so I don't see a problem there. So that's kind of the next thing we'll be doing. So I'll be turning the camera around shortly, and we'll start with some of that, okay? Alrighty, give me a moment. This is the piece I've got to start sewing. It's got interfacing. This is the neck facing. It's a little bit of a V-neck shape. And I'll find the picture of the pattern. It is here. But anyway, it is pretty much gonna look like that there. I got the little pockets and the V, and it's very simple. And I'm not even making it as long as they say it is. So. Okay. This is the fabric I'm using to make the apron for my friend. And I've already got the pocket in place, so we'll be needing to sew around and then a middle line so that it'll be 2 pockets. So we'll be going to my machine and working on that in just a second here. Okay. A lot out here, but I have been working on it. I really have. Okay, let's see if I can put that there. And see if I can sit in my chair here. This shirt I have on, folks, polka dotted shirt. I'm a thrifty one. And I save everything, obviously. This shirt I made, I swear it was in the early 80s when I was just a younger woman. And I have had it all these years. I love it. It's a soft cotton. And I got thinking about it today when I was ironing it. I said, my God, I've had this shirt forever. When you think about the early 80s, and this is 2021, and I'm still wearing it, and I love it, and it still looks good, and it's still stylish, I think. Anyway, there you have it. That's me. Okay. All right, I am going to go like this so that you can watch me sew. Okay. I have a lot of scraps here. I'm going to move stuff out of my way. That's what I did do a lot of that already. Believe it or not. I'm going to put all of this right here for now. I have a little, now what I did was, again, the thrifty person in me, I had this fabric. I'm sure I bought it at like Joann's or maybe my textile store in downtown Greenfield. But anyway, I thought it'd make a good apron. Now this is linen, and this was a piece of curtain. That's what I'm making. It's just a curtain topper that I thought, oh, that's pretty, and that'll go with that nicely. And it does. It goes quite nicely. So in that, I like to make sure that my machine will you know, my needles and everything will take the good stitching. So I always do a little test strip. And it's good to get in the practice of doing that. So I'm just gonna, I believe I have it all on straight stitch. So I'm gonna just give a whirl with that and make sure that, yeah, let's see if I can get that to come down where I'm sewing. Got a trash bucket down here. I flip that off. Oh, I'm looking for it. There it is. Okay. Got turned around here. Okay. That's looking good. Yeah. I like the length of it. I like the tension. It's looking good. Looking really good. And that's important, making sure your stitches the way you want it. Okay. So I'm going to go to the pocket area that I have pinned on here. And I'm going to start sewing on the straight stitch on the edge. So, and I'm really just following some of the stitching that's already on the pocket. I'm back stitching to lock in my stitch. That's important. Remove your pins. I don't like to have pins in my way. Here we go. Now at the corner, I'm gonna stop a little ways up. Again, following the stitching line that's already there on the pocket. And I don't mind that it's got a little double stitching. I don't mind that. That's all right. I'm sure she will. I'm gonna get those corners good. Taking my pin. Ah, that didn't feel good. I mean, I am diabetic, but I don't need to poke my finger right now.
Maureen,
Yeah.
I got my check and we'll put it on the bank.
You take a ride to Northfield?
Huh?
You're going to Northfield?
Yeah. You want a ticket? Might well.
Thank you, dear. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to the other corner. I'm turning my fabric. Okay. Actually, I'm going to come down this here more because that's going off too much. Finish that off. Hold on. Another stitch or two. There we go. Now I'll turn it. Like I said in my other videos, folks, sewing was my first love. I have sewed since a young teenage girl, and I've loved it. I don't do as much as I used to, but it's here, and I get to it, you know, along with other little things. It's been handy. I've made some masks, yeah, curtains, you know, all kinds of little things. Yeah. Used to make a lot of my clothes, obviously. I don't do that too much anymore. But it has carried me through some very difficult times in my life. It really has. Yeah. Always good to have something to do, you know? I think. That's my belief. Anyway, I see a little problem. I'm going to try something. See, remember, there's something I want to do on this. I see where I could have done this a little better. So I'm going to fix it because I do like things nice, and especially if I'm going to give it as a gift to somebody. Yeah. I don't like the way it's sitting and it's sticking out a little bit, the underneath flap of my pocket. So I'm going to try to tuck that in a little bit so it's not ever present. And even if it leaves a little bulk there, I'd rather have it do that than to stick out. Okay. That's pretty good. Boy, I tell you. Alright. I keep all my little things nearby, and I just organized all this stuff. Think I can find things? Of course not. Okie dokie. Okay. I got a little pair that I keep near here. Where things go? Oh, looking right at it, for gosh sake. Okay. Okay. Now, not looking too bad. This kind of has a little bit of the double stitching going on. I'm not going to worry about it because it's a work apron, and I can think about some other things I could do to that to hide that, but we'll see. I'm not going to worry too much. I mean, you even buy stuff like that. I want it to be a good work apron for her. Okay, because she's a crafter too. So, with all of that, I need to find the center, the perfect center of this. So I'm going to take my tape measure again and measure this pocket. Okay. It is just shy of 15. And it's almost like 14 and 7/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so actually, it's about 11 and 14, 16. Something like that. Not quite 15. Well, let's just say 15 to make it 7.5. So if I go to 7.5 on this thing right here, it's right about there. Alright. And I'm gonna go just a tad in. And I have a blue pencil, blue marking. I'm going to make a little tiny, not a lot, but just a little something there to tell me that that's the center. Okay. I like keeping my pencils right there, and I know where they are. Okay, now, I've got to come straight up there. Alright, so I made a little tiny mark right there. That's the center. I'm stitching up. Now, I did buy this stencil thing, but I'm not sure how to use it, so I've got to look at that again. I've never done that. From a Cricut, and then it says, but first coffee, and I really want it on there, but again, I don't know. I got to look at the directions again to see how I do that. Alright, now this has to go straight up, guys. I hope this works. Okay, I'm going straight. I'm gonna go backwards, lock my stitch in. I'm gonna keep doing it because this is gonna have a lot of stress on it, this seam. I'm going back and forth a little bit because I know that it's going to have stress on it. Especially if you're putting little tools in your pockets like I do. at the top. Yeah. Okay. That's on there. That's actually looking pretty good. That's the center of that. All right. Looking pretty good on the back. Yeah. There. That looks pretty good, guys. Alright, so now I need to take my other piece here. Where did I put it? I must have dropped it. Hold on. That's not it. Well, I gotta find the other piece. It's here. Hold on, folks. I lose things. Here it is. I dropped it. Okay. I dropped it. Alright, there's that. Okay. Now, like I said, I don't have the iron on, so we're gonna just lightly stitch this around. I'm gonna start here and go back and back. That's kind of, and I'm gonna try to do it lightly. Not anything too fancy, and I might have to trim them after. I'm gonna take this other piece. Oh, here we go. Thank you for staying with me. Please think about sharing, subscribing, hit the bell, all those things they tell you to do. Thumbs up. Thank you for joining me and being with me, and I hope my videos inspire you a little bit to come back and be with me on Creative Time with Maureen Sky. Thank you now. No, it's gonna go out anyway. I'm working on the, excuse me, the interfacing. I don't know. Weird. What's going on? Thought it was going